I have actually two batches worth of coins, seven of the eight which turned out, two batches of four, and this is with my modified, simplified design. And I'm still finding that I'm getting a number of these that need some cleanup around the RCMS, but um, with the kind of the sword looking pretty good, the T sword looking pretty good. I'm not too unhappy, and I think I can clean these things up with my Dremel. And so I was going to attempt to do that. And the shot that I've got here is actually a little on the distant sides. Anyway, you can see there where the M and the S kind of blend together, and then it could be a little separation between the lower part of the C right there and the M, and then some of that, some of the M. See if I can get in there. Gosh, I hope this is gonna turn out video-wise. And then around the S there. The rest of the coin looks pretty good. So anyway, here's what I got for a setup. I've got my vise, and to make certain it doesn't move, I've got it clamped to the table. And then as a counterbalance, I got a bunch of lead on the table there. And in terms of my Dremel, I've got a I don't use this tip actually for really anything, and I think it might do a decent job of getting into those small spaces. So I'm going to give that a try and see how that goes. I wish I could get closer than right here, but you'll still be able to see what I'm doing even if it isn't super clear. And then I'll show you the after, assuming I don't mess this up. I'm hoping I've got a steady enough hand. This would have been something I think I would have been really good at while I was working for Hewlett-Packard in the microelectronics division in Sonoma County, California, because everything was so delicate and everything done under a microscope, and my hand was awfully steady for some of that real fine work. I haven't done anything quite like that in a while, so we'll see how this goes. All right, I'm going to turn on some tunes. Currently listening to Foreigner 4 as I'm streaming, and I'll try cleaning this up. And of course, because of copyright and blocking and all that other sort of stuff, I'm going to be listening to that on the headphones. Sorry you can't enjoy the fine notes and tones of early 1980s rock. All right, so let's get this thing going. Okay. That actually went a little bit better than I thought. I may have a steadier hand than I thought I did. All right. My concern is whether or not I've kind of turned that S into a 5. It's kind of the way I write my 5s. It looks like an S. Ask my social studies classes. I have to remind them when I return a certain assignment to them. It's a 5, not an S. Okay, now, the next step, I think, I want to hit this, I think probably with a wire brush, and see if I can kind of blend so it doesn't look quite so obvious that I did some carving. All right, this is looking halfway decent. All right, so I'm gonna switch Dremels here. Sorry, I didn't have all this staged, ready to go. Gotta dig out a brush. Yeah, this is a wonderful viewing, isn't it? All right, that's what I'm going to use. It's like excited about this. I may have found a way to help improve my turn on rate here. Okay, let's give this a whirl. All right, the only problem with hitting that then with the wire brush there is then now I gotta like do the whole thing. We need to come back, do some more. Boy, in some angles it looks really, really good, and in others not quite so good. But it is encouraging. Maybe I can just play around a little bit more with this. All right, so I'm gonna just keep going, probably going back and forth some while I do this to see if I can get that to look a little bit better. All right, I think I'm going to stop there. Okay, I think I'm going to stop there. It doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad, at least at a glance. I don't know if that's given a real good view. All right, and then here's the other thing I need to check. And that is that side a whole lot shinier than that side? Yeah, I may need to hit this with this side with the wire brush too. So let me do that, because I think I'll need consistency in shininess, at least on the coin. I think that'll work. All right. I think that'll work. Yeah. I mean, it would have been sweet if it would have turned out the way. So let me grab. So here's one that turned out well. And then side by side. And of course, if these are side by side, it'll be kind of easy to tell that some work was done. But I think we're okay. I think we're okay. And I see on this one, got a bit of discoloration. I may have to hit this with a, and back here too, hit that with a wire brush. I'll hit them all with a wire brush. I think I'm going to go ahead and conclude this video though, and call it good. I just need to do that. I've got some carving that needs to be done there, and then yeah, I can see where I want to do some polishing on even the ones that turned out well. Oh yeah, because here I can see like right there where the Dremel, when I was cleaning up the edges, skipped over onto the other side. So I'll hit all of these with a wire brush before I call them good. All right, we will. I'll wrap this up right here. Woohoo! Thanks a whole bunch for watching. If you found this video entertaining, informative, or any such things like that in any way, shape, or form, please like and subscribe. Blessings.